Well, good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. Thank you, as always. And this time, I thank you for tuning into my 3101st edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. Thank you for tuning in, traders. So, it's Wednesday evening for trading Wednesday. Well, it's Wednesday afternoon for trading Wednesday evening through Thursday. This is Thursday, 7/23/2026. So we're already into the third month, almost, so let me step back a moment. Summer's passing. We're in the third week of kind of the second, third month of summer. You know what I mean? It gets hot here earlier than June. So June, July, it's like May, June, July for us. But, we're at the third week of the second official week of summer. There's another month of it, right? And then basically it starts, you roll into September and markets come right back to roaring crazy. So we're getting through the summer and some stuff gets a little weird in the summer, and that's what's starting to happen. Obviously, as you can see, the Omni's been flip-flopping for, 15 days now, like insanely crazy. Markets have been extremely volatile as well, but this is summertime, right? Towards the end of the year, then whatever's going to happen is going to happen. Now, I have to say we've got a red Omni for trading on 7/23. Please remember, trading is risky. Never trade without protective stops. Put those stops in first before you enter into a live, short, or long position. All right, so daily Nasdaq, the Nasdaq daily bar. If you recall, I've been showing this to you for a while. It failed at the average, but then for one day it held, and then it broke underneath what looks to be a big pennant flag. Stayed under, got back above. It's fighting right here. It's got kind of an ugly look to it because it almost looks like it's a flag right here. But then what if we look at it, because we have a red Omni for trading on Thursday, what if we look at it like this? What if it's not that pennant flag? And what if what's growing now is this channel right here? So I'm going to start to show you a couple of things that may catch your attention. One of them would be this channel. Is this what's starting to go on here? All right, that's the top, bottom. Is this what's starting to happen? Are we now developing a channel moving lower, below the average, right? Or is it challenging the bottom of this apex line? We'll find out soon enough. Now, right now I'm looking at it because Omni's bearish like it's this. Under the average, in a channel, moving lower, red Omni for trading tomorrow. That looks ugly. Now, why would I be not trying to stick up for what maybe we would consider the upside, if you will? Or how come we're not talking about we're still inside the apex, Oscar? Wait a minute. Hold on a moment. You've been talking about this pennant for a while. Well, I've got a red Omni, so I've got to see what Omni wants to do. So we erase the blue, we erase the green lines for now, which might be a little bullish, and we look at the blue lines because we're day traders. And B, there's something else going on, which I think you're going to start to find interesting. You've got your Nasdaq doing this, right? So there's fundamentals and there's technicals, and then there's both that come together. Now, I realize that we're in earnings season at the moment, right? You're getting all the reports from companies and the earnings are good. When earnings season's over, according to what's going on right now, snapshot, right here, right now, today, 7/22 leading into 7/23. It's not good looking, and let me show you. So let's go look at this. First of all, before we go into that, remember that Nasdaq on a weekly chart now. You just looked at the daily. On a weekly chart masterpiece, you've seen this for years now. This is a weekly bar. We cannot call this market dead unless it settles below the channel like last week did. Now it's heading back up. Will it get back above that channel or fail at it? And we'll end up with 2 weeks below the top of the channel line. This is a very important thing to watch. Keep your eyes on that puppy. It doesn't matter till Friday. Keep that in mind for Friday. Let's go back to where we were. So you saw Nasdaq daily. I showed you the weekly just so that you have a little bit bigger picture. But we're talking about trading tomorrow. Trading tomorrow is the Nasdaq daily picture, and that is a seller of rallies for Omni. Now, take a look at this. Here's what I was getting at. Look at this chart. This is crude oil. This is nothing but bad juju for the stock market. I promise you. I was calling good juju to you when we broke this, if you remember. I called it good juju. Well, now that we're back above this average and we're going higher, this is bad juju for the stock market. Why? Well, the price of crude oil is going higher and higher. It's approaching $90. Well, that's going to affect every product that hits any shelf anywhere. If it's got to be transported in any way, if it's going to be built, if it's got rubber in it, plastic, you name it, it's probably got some form of petroleum, crude oil, or transportation in that product. The price of crude is going higher and higher. The price of those products have to go higher and higher, or the companies have to absorb them, making the stock market go lower. Either of the two doesn't help the market at all. Now, bad juju for the stock market. Look at the respect. Very interesting average. Look at the respect paid. Look at the respect paid. Look at the respect paid. Look at the action when you get underneath. Boom, all the way to our call, by the way, at 66.5. Comes back up. Now you're above that average. Even after a meaningful challenge, a bull flag gets developed above the average. And there's what's called simple resistance that any analyst would be able to spot. This trend line right here is a simple resistance trend line. So if we can darken it in for you, this has been violated as well. Right? We're above this trend line, which trend line got above at the average. Interesting spot, right? This is an interesting average. So I thought I'd show that to you. If this is bad juju for the stock market, well, then what would you call this? 30-year T-bonds. This is also bad juju for the stock market. Why? Why is this bad juju for the stock market? Well, simply because as the 30-year futures markets drop, it automatically raises interest rates, whether the Fed says anything. You are watching interest rates rise before your eyes. Whether the Fed says anything or not does not matter. They don't have to say a word for interest rates to go up. As T-bonds go down, take my word for this, it is absolute. As T-bonds head down, interest rates are rising automatically. Another thing that hurts stocks. They borrow money constantly to get through their monthly overhead. This is bad juju for the stock market as well. All right, so we're in earnings season, and that's kind of keeping us buoyed. This is for what happens after earnings season and for trading on Thursday. Now, let me show you something else to add to this. This is also bad juju right here. This is bad juju for the stock market as well. It's bad juju too. Why? This is the gauge of inflation and or deflation. When you've got, let me see if I can just grab a little tool here. When you've got inflation going up, that is not good for the stock market ever. Inflation going down, that's good for everything, the stock market, people, you name it. Inflation going up is bad juju. Right now, you have a leg of inflation moving up, according to the same thing that helped me call a big upwards market in the stock market while we were getting deflation. Inflation's not helping, and the price of crude is not helping. So Omni's arrow for tomorrow is red, and I absolutely agree with that. Now, if you recall, we left you with a couple of gifts. Does anyone remember what these are? Because they remain valid. SpaceX. When we were all the way up here, kids, I gave you somewhere up here by this circle, I gave you a target. 107, 106. I promised. I love Elon Musk and what he stands for. I don't love him personally. I don't even know him. But I love what he stands for, and I love the things he does, and his products are fantastic, and he's going to get us to the moon and to Mars. And watching a modern day scientist inventor in our lifetime, bravo, Elon Musk. At the same time, I read charts. I don't give a crap about people and their companies. This chart says we're going to 107 when we were all the way up here. We are all the way down to 115 so far, and it's probably lower tonight in the aftermarket, heading right towards the 107, 106 target. The other gift, if you recall, I left you with was its cousin, Tesla. And I told you we have a target of 153. That 153 target in Tesla remains valid. It should get there. Don't know how quickly, maybe 2 days, maybe 3, maybe more, maybe less, don't know, but it's going. And 353 is our first target. That remains valid. We hit that, I'll issue another target. Then there is the most incredible thing I've ever seen. Thank you, OmniX around the world. Look at this Omni Phoenix token. Are you kidding me with this community token, OmniX around the world? We're just killing it. If you didn't get in this token yet, you haven't missed it yet. This is going to be 10x from what you see now. 10 times the value is what we're looking to take this to. We're looking to go 5 times the value probably before the year is over. Slowly, steadily, we're going to get there. We have OmniX all over the planet buying this. It is the best looking stock chart on Wall Street at the moment. Look at it. It's beautiful. Why do you not own the Omni Phoenix? You can buy it at Coinbase, Pump.fun, Phantom Wallet, almost any other exchange. It's the Omni Phoenix, Omni PHX. I'm flattered. There are some, there's some imposter coins out there. Make sure you buy the one that's got value of 3.8 million, 308. Somewhere right around there is where it will be when you buy it. I promise you this. I am not selling anything. I am here to help this coin and help the world, the community, the Omniacs around the world. I'm here to help this community take this coin higher so we all make a small fortune. Now, at the same time, I've been collecting your email addresses if you send them to me. If you send me an email address, if you've got a bunch of tokens, if you've got, $50 worth, you don't really need to send me the email address. If you've got some tokens, send me your email address. I will put you in my database, and here's what we've got planned. Once this coin has gotten high enough, that means that other Omniacs have gotten in, of course, later than us, the early entrants, if you will. Well, we don't want to hurt them either. So here's what we've got planned. Once the coin finally gets high enough where the integrity of the coin will not be impeded, if we sell out and take some profits, I will contact all of us. And as the same community that helped the coin go up, the same community will take turns rotating out legally, above board, in front of everybody's eyes, making sure that the people who got in this coin after us don't get hurt either. We've got a long-term plan on the X, but long-term for crypto is not long-term. It's not a 5-year plan. It's coming up soon. But long-term means it's not going to happen tomorrow, a few months down the road, 6 months, 12 months. But you should be able to make a decent amount of return if you get involved. You buy this Omni Phoenix and send me your email address, and I'll make sure that you're on our database list. Listen, this Omniac crowd has been building since 1982. I promise you, I used to send out fax information, and some of the crowd from fax is with us. We've been building a crowd for decades. The crowd is huge. It's worldwide. What are you waiting for? Wow is all I can say when I see that coin. Please get yourselves in. It's my way of helping all the Omniacs around the world directly right in their pockets. Help yourselves. Allow me to help you. Buy that Omni Phoenix. By the way, as I've mentioned, I now stream live on Twitter. I stream live on Facebook when I can get it hooked up. Sometimes it connects, sometimes it doesn't. That one I have a little trouble with. I'm streaming live on Pump.fun. I'm streaming live in my trading room. I'm streaming live on YouTube. This is every single day, bringing in the crowd. Twitter as well, if I didn't mention it, bringing in the crowd to show them the Omni operation, what the Omni's done for all these decades, and what the Omni Phoenix can add to the whole Omni experience. Please make sure you join us. We love what you Omniacs do. Make sure you come in and buy your Omni Phoenix, and I will be here to defend that coin and help protect you. Thank you for everything that you do, Omniacs around the world. Now, let's go back here, and let's remember that this is bad juju for the stock market. Probably right after earnings season, we'll really see the effects of that. Right now, we're just taking the Omni, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, whatever it is. But I have a feeling that this is going to have more effect once earnings season is done, the squawking is done. We'll take it one day at a time. Remember what you've seen. I hope this helps. Please leave your comments below. Like and share these videos around the internet. If you leave a comment, I will answer it. And remember, stop SAR in. Emotions are rock and roll, traders. I love what you guys do for us. Keep doing what you do for the Omni Phoenix token. Protect yourselves in that coin. Always put your stops in first, and I'll see you all at livewithoscar.com.